Alright, welcome back to Crypto Learning Community. Today's going to be a quick TA on Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you all pretty much why we're bouncing here and why we'll probably end up coming lower, just a matter of when. So, we have some very interesting things going on, very interesting things. So, right off the bat, just go ahead and get rid of that. If you were watching last night, or yesterday, we'd been dumping really hard, and then we started doing very pretty market structure coming down, and the whole time I was watching the 3-minute time frame as we did bullish divergences with money flow coming out, right? Price action coming down, money flow coming up, momentum waves getting weaker and weaker, until eventually you broke market structure right here, and now this is where we're at, right? We had bull divs, same story, 1 hour time frame, money flow coming up, momentum waves getting weaker, and on the 4 hour we also had bull divs. We're actually going to print another one in 2 hours. Daily time frame, we have a large momentum wave with a nice recovery wick. We could start getting a little bit of a retracement here. Depending on that retracement, and depending on how price action develops, and then we do go and take this low and come lower, it'd be really surprising if we don't get a bullish divergence, because we have such a large anchor wave. It would be hard to get another momentum wave lower than that, so keep that in mind. Next thing I want to show is Bookmap. If we take a look at Bookmap here, we can clearly see that we started tapping into another major liquidity zone, and this time we're getting a reaction off of it. We had confluence of limit ladder orders like this here off that zone that we bounced off of, so it's like 78k. Let's see, yeah, 78. But this is what we're watching for coming down. Look at the size of these orders. That is a lot of limit liquidity. Okay, this is very important. This will end up being a magnet for price to come into, and I believe will also be giving us a great bounce. It's when you see this, you need to ask the question, why, right? When I see it like this, I believe we're gonna have it attacked, but it's not. I just want to say it's not guaranteed that we take every single one. Okay, don't be targeting just the bottom one. We also have 35 billion on the delta for shorts, so they're definitely due to get wrecked. Again, it's a question of when. I've been talking about that $90,000 level for liquidity, and then we front ran 110. Those are all just getting primed, right? All this market structure, just like on the way up, all that market structure primed us to come down, and vice versa. All this coming down is prepping a move up, potentially. It primes liquidity, it generates liquidity. So I just wanted to mention that. Big push down on the weekly. Excuse me. So let's see, there was I've already talked about all these altcoins and Arweave. There's a little update on Arweave. We are trying to print a red dot, so like I'd said yesterday in that video, today's daily close was very important. Money flow still looks good. It was a nice, I told us we'd have a nice pullback to re-enter, and target coming up. we'll see. One project I'd shared was E&J, and what I didn't tell y'all was something I've been looking at is the weekly time frame. Notice weekly time frames is major now. We have momentum waves getting weaker. We have money flow coming up, right? As long as this doesn't go much lower, that should be a really good move. Really good move. From where we're at, 10 cents, 40 cents is the high, 70 cents is the high. At least targeting as a major TP 75 cents. That'd make a lot of sense. But jokes aside, I bought this dip and I'm targeting those highs. So what else? There was Bitcoin pairs. Excuse me. Let's go down the fractal. So this high made that low, and we're already breaking internal structure on the Bitcoin dominance pair to E&J. Are we? We're getting pretty close. I mean, I really think this weekend we're gonna see some interesting stuff playing out over the weekend. It could very much so go off into next week, but I'm really expecting this confirmations to come over the weekend. But we'll see. That's just my intuition, right? I've been staring at this a long time, so I take my intuition very seriously. Bitcoin looking not as pretty as all. Oh, look at that. It took the low. Wow, okay. ETH is primed for that daily bull div. Green dot has not printed. You do have a lot of nasty red candles. Money flow does look good though. Right. It has some room to breathe. So keep an eye on that. Personally, I'd rather put my money into some of these other projects. I think a whole lot, very little ETH. I mentioned Doge yesterday, but I did not go over it. There we go. I was mentioning the same pattern on a lot of altcoins about the daily bull div with money flow. It looks like there really isn't much room. If it's gonna print a bull div, it needs to do it soon, right? Yeah, money flow does look good though. And here's the thing: I've talked about this. This happens sometimes. Is even though we get the bull div, it'll give us a little push up. You know, maybe bounce off this order block or fill half this FEG. You know, single prints, whatever. Before coming and just making another lower low and priming another divergence before we get that launch. Sometimes it's just 2 momentum waves, sometimes it's 3. There's no real way of knowing for sure, but it is a huge indication of at least a bounce. I know all over subreddits everyone's panicking, saying, how did we get here? What happened? What's going on? Same with Doge, everyone's freaking out and panicking. They were the ones buying the tops. Fear, let's just say this, the markets are extremely fearful. Would you sell in a fearful market, or would you buy in a fearful market? Do you buy in a greedy market, or do you sell in a greedy market? I'm not going to answer that. You need to find that out. But that's the difference in smart money and dumb money. Plainly put, I don't mean to offend, but you need to recognize that. And I almost hope I do offend you, so that I don't know if that helps you, you know. I know for me that would help me, like someone offended me like that. Be like, man, you're right. What the hell am I doing? You know? Slap me in the face. Save me that thousands of dollars, you know. There's something else I was gonna mention too. Oh, here. So this is what I wanted to show. Was this stuff was evident. Like I said, I'm seeing a lot of people. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have a large community. I just kind of dump raw TA. I just don't have the time for that right now. I'm trying to make time to share this stuff with you, but for the most part, at this moment of the year, I just don't have time. But it doesn't mean what I do share isn't gold. This one right here, this video, literally was talking about Bitcoin about to wreck everyone. This was a month ago. All right, I was talking about the daily bear dips, about how this is sell-off news, about all of it. I covered it all. If you want to, I recommend just go and check out that video. I'm not going to recover a video, but my point is, it's like this stuff was evident, okay, and it's not complicated. And that's what I go over in the video. So check that out. It's some good stuff. All right, I think that covers everything. Actually, I do want to talk about Monero for a moment. This is Monero Bitcoin's pair, and if you can see here, we've wicked this low. It looks like we're coming to take this high. That is some bullish market structure. Look at all the wicking as well. There's some huge trade-offs. And then Monero's broken out of our range. We could very much see large moves in the future for Monero. This is this is where I put my money. I don't touch ETH. If there's going to be people have always talked about the flipping of market cap of like ETH, Bitcoin. No. Monero is everything Bitcoin was supposed to be. Bitcoin is a joke and a letdown. Alright, Monero is the true competitor to Bitcoin. And it's the only real competitor. If it wasn't so effective, why is it, you should ask this question, why is it not listed on many exchanges? Centralized exchanges, centralized governments, all that are afraid of Monero. Wait until all this economic hardship really sets in play. You'll think this is the this is the start of it. Okay, I've been talking about this for a while. I had it saved on my phone for a long time. You know, this February is going to be a really brutal first dominoes of markets collapsing and retracing, and that's what we're seeing. Trump he's doing a lot of difficult decision making, and with that difficult decision making comes some hard times. I think they'll be good out of it, but it's nothing we're going to see right now. A lot of people are going to suffer, a lot of people are going to complain, but it's these are just my 2 cents. But it's going to be some hard times, and then eventually we will get some good times. Okay, so take advantage of these opportunities. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. Just watch how people are reacting and how these markets are. You know, there's dumb money out there willing to give it to you. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this tangent. I hope you all have a successful weekend. Stay safe, you know, good luck, and God bless.